Hello, this is Gary Wishon with the Mighty Droog Dog. She's up. She's being a sentinel for silliness. Alright, this video is to G-Man. This constant back and forth he had with Drag. Mildly amusing. I listen to it when I'm doing housework. But when you trotted out this stupid old argument that never had any good points, needless to say that Adolf Hitler, Pol Pot, and Stalin were somehow atheists, and that because they did that, all atheists are somehow in league with that? Agree with that? Agree with hundreds of millions of people being murdered? First and foremost, that involves a dogma. To do that, for me to have some culpability, I'd have to agree with the dogma of communism, and I don't, because I'm not a communist. Let's take one thing at a time here. Adolf Hitler was a trifecta of crazy. His father was also his uncle. His father's original last name was Schicklgruber. He wanted to marry his niece. And this is how fucked up Hitler's family was. The family was okay with it. But you can't have two Schicklgrubers getting married. The legal system back then was kind of screwy, but that's gone too far. So he changed his name to Hitler. He implied that he was the bastard son of his mother's former boss. His mother was a maid. So Hitler was a product of incest. Crazy to begin with. Then you have him growing up in an anti-Semitic church, Roman Catholic. The Roman Catholic Church only tried to scale back their anti-Semitic bullshit in the 60s. In the fucking 60s. Can you imagine what they were like back in the 20s? Back in Hitler's time? So you have inbreeding, you have indoctrination. And when Hitler came to power, you had a double whammy. His doctor, Dr. Morell, was giving him vitamin injections. They called it Vitamil. There was a bunch of increasingly silly shit, and about 90% amphetamines. So, inbreeding, indoctrination, drug addiction, and for the last but not least, a cult of worship. When you have people treating you like the Ubermensch, the Superman, and you have all that other shit going on through your head, I'm not surprised he thought he was God. But tell me, how does that link him to modern day atheism? Don't. Now, Pol Pot, Mao Zedong, Stalin, I'm going to try to cut this short as possible because of time. Alright. Communism came out of Russia. Like the plague it is. Why? Because Russia was basically a theocracy. The Tsar and his family was put there by God, as they like to tell everyone. And Eastern Orthodox religion was very, very rough. If you failed, it's because you did something to offend God. Now take that in consideration. And the Tsar being a complete fucking idiot. Nicholas was a dipshit. He couldn't manage anything to save his life. So the economy went to hell. And then there's World War I. There's a Franco-Prussian War he got involved in. It was ridiculous. So, badly managed. Also, he was pretty much inbred too. So out of that came communism. Its first goal was to surpass religion. It wanted to be the new religion. God is the state is God. That's what Trotsky said, one of the founding fathers of communism. Religion is the opiate of the masses, and they wanted to be the new opiate. With vast promises of wealth and equality and just basically promises and no follow through. And the moment you disagreed with anything they said or did, you would be killed. All because that was the new religion. This model carried through Trotsky to Lenin to Stalin. Stalin revised the Eastern Orthodox Church and put the NKVD in as pastors. To this day, he's considered a saint. So in the end, he worked with religion. So that's communism right there. Mao Zedong is a copy of a copy of a copy. Same thing with Pol Pot. They didn't kill in the name of atheism. They killed in the name of their own new religion, or something they wanted to consider to be a religion, communism. And communism is a bereft, morally bankrupt idea. But this, my opinion, is not enough to fucking finish this off. My opinion is enough to hurt this belief that they're all atheists. Down below is the finishing argument from Mr. Deity, Brian Dalton. He utterly destroys this fucking thing, and he uses the Bible to do it. Look down below. And finally, would you please shut the fuck up about this? If you want to make an argument, call me up. I can at least give you some clue on how to do a better one. And I'm an atheist. Till next time, goodbye.